game warden showed up for a second day in a row. You'll find us on Lone Star Law, pretty sure. We went out to Amarillo the other day to shoot some cranes with our buddies out of Prairie Bomb, and we had a pretty good crane feed lined up. It wasn't far from their camp. It was about 20 minutes just west of Amarillo.
We're about to roll. We're about to get on the road, riding through Texas tonight. Gonna go shoot some birds, cranes, Canadas, and from what we hear, it's gonna be all right. So
we're gonna shoot some of these dinosaurs, I guess you call them that. We're gonna wreck on them pretty good. Maybe David won't get beat down.
What do you think, Mace?
It's early.
Thanks.
We're gonna kill him though.
Yeah. Thanks to David's short stature. Look at all the room I've got here in the back. Plenty of leg room. We got room for another man or woman right here.
You got it, man. I mean, you better hold on. We going.
She cuts off at 102.
Yeah, I know.
Energized, fueling up a little bit.
When I come up out of that line, it's gonna be the last thing they see right there.
One feather, 7 cranes. You know the rules.
We showed up that morning. We got the crane decoy set up, the aim frame. Got it set up on the side of a cut cornfield and a cotton field, and we had a pretty good hide by a little pivot head.
Those two out front. Kill me on the left, kill him on the left. Ooh.
Finally got hurt by one. He got a little claw.
Wasn't as big though.
No, it's the foot. These little jokers right here. They got me. Look at them things.
Got me. We had a few small groups show up, and the small groups, they wanted to act right, but it seemed like about every time they would turn around and set up to come down into the decoys, another big line of cranes would come in, and they would just suck the cranes right off of us. And it kind of made for tough hunting. The cranes, I guess say it's late December, so they've been hunting for a couple months, about a month and a half, and I don't know if you say they call shy, decoy shy, or whatever, but you know, we managed to peck a few off, but we still had a good shoot. We made it work and had a good time, and we ended up having a new old friend show up to us. Can't get away from it. Turn around and look back there.
Guess it's a good time to buy my license. He's on his way. Texas Parks and Wildlife.
We're gonna walk down and meet him at the pivot head. So a little backstory for those of y'all who didn't see our Arkansas opener video last year, where we had game wardens literally show up at daylight as ducks were flying in our spread, and this may have been a week or two after that, and sure enough, another game warden. So I don't know what it was about last season, but it's like everywhere we go, boom, game warden.
Maybe. Well, we're gonna be on the episode of the Willis and maybe Lone Star Law. We'll find out.
Get Western.
Getting checked again.
Lone Star Laws out here. Gonna make sure we abide by the law.
Becoming the regular.
Lo and behold, a game warden showed up to check us in Texas, seemed like we've been followed around by the game wardens pretty often this year. But game warden, he was cool. He was a real cool dude. He checked us all. We were all good. We didn't have nothing to worry about. And I asked him, I said, man, you got any geese or cranes found for us we go hunt? He said, man, they few far and in between right now.
Yeah, can't complain. Birds a little slow this morning.
Pretty slow.
Like. It's been slow everywhere though.
They've been flying this morning. They just ain't been checking us out.
You didn't shake it good enough, I guess.
No, we ain't got enough good stuff to sell to them, I guess.
Well, I'll check y'all's license real quick, guys. Get on mine and go. Yeah.
Non-resident 5-day federal crane, migratory bird, hip, and then my Mississippi stamp, or federal stamp.
They're not going very far. They're just going right over that feedlot. So, how long y'all gonna be down for?
Oh, we got one more day.
One more day.
Yes, sir.
Another chance.
That's why I call it hunting, not killing.
That's right.
If the geese will start flying again, it'll help. There's no geese this morning. I drove about 250 miles so far. And it hasn't been much. We're flying this morning for some reason. So.
Yesterday morning we had a pretty good morning. Yesterday.
Yeah. Just geese.
Geese and crane. Wasn't many lesser. How many? We killed 21 snows.
Yeah, 21 snows.
Dang. I went Monday and we only got one snow. 21
yeah.
So.
Yes, sir.
We probably weren't doing something right. We weren't doing the blind. We weren't doing like the blind. We were doing the sit in the field, throw the white tarp over the top.
Yeah.
Try to get up. Couldn't see a dang thing. And it was cold. So my feet were cold.
That's what it feels good to get out of the blind right now.
Yeah, warm up a little bit.
Absolutely. Well, cool. I appreciate y'all coming down. Yep. Good luck this afternoon, hopefully. Yes, sir.
We did manage to have a group of geese try to work us. They were real iffy. They wasn't real sure about it, and but we did have one single goose land in the decoys about 10 yards from the blind. I mean, you could have stood up through a rock or killed it with a slingshot. Ray Charles could have killed the goose. That's how close he was.
Shoot it.
And Landon, he said, let the woman shoot it. Macy, she couldn't see it. She couldn't get a good shot on it, so we let old Squirrely try to get a crack at it. Squirrely stands up, he shoots, and I think he shot about 15 yards over top of its head. So I had to stand up and clean up for old Squirrely.
And went all around him, around his head.
Explain yourself.
The dust was right behind where his head was. I don't know what happened. Shot and he got up, I don't know.
And then I had to come in and clean up.
Clean up crew. You need a janitor suit.
Yep. They did one bad.
Hey, it happens. It's the lenses. Well, I guess that's a wrap up for us. Every bird that flew past us went down, and now they're getting up and going to another pond to find some new water. So we're gonna pack it up for today and go get something good to eat and a couple brews.
So we wrapped everything up. I want to say we managed to kill 7 to 10 cranes. It was a good hunt for what the cranes offered us. They just killed what came in. Did nothing really ever leave the decoys, but hey, it was a good time. It was a laid back hunt. Everybody was full of a lot of laughs, and it was a really good time. So we wrapped the crane hunt up, and later that evening, Landon called me and said they had a big goose feed lined up about an hour west of Amarillo.
Where's Squirrel?
I don't know where Squirrel is. It's probably laid up somewhere. He needs to come on. We're running 15 minutes behind. We got an hour drive this morning. I think we're going to be almost in New Mexico.
Heading.
Go time! Drop me that pen.
Where we headed, dude?
We're headed almost to New Mexico. Ain't gonna be far from it. But what we're doing is headed to go kill something. That's a big thing.
There, get that up.
think we're fixing to get them, hopefully. I don't know, it's supposed to be hunting a water hole, so maybe they'll trickle back in here after a while. We'll see. We got a different setup today. Hunting big goose feed, got some ducks out here too. So let's see what happens. Out here in Texas, red dirt country. They even kicked a rat onto me this morning. Never had a rat hit me in the leg, but
Ain't used to seeing them out here.
Big old rat, about the size of a squirrel, about the size of David. Won't be behind the camera mostly. David's gonna be behind the gun. If David don't shoot straight, we're gonna swap.
We're gonna swap for sure.
But we'll see what happens. I'll stay tuned. Right out front. Like 10.
Let's see what these others gonna do.
Get those two up front. Get those two.
Them two ain't leaving.
He's had enough.
Well, we got in that morning, got all set up. We hunted off of backboards and with tall socks on top of us. It was a pretty cool hide, you know. We don't get to do that very often in Mississippi. I think it was a group of 6 came in. They worked perfect. They sucked right into the middle of the decoys. And when they came in, put their feet down, we jumped up and shot. We dropped 5. 5 out of the 6, only 1 left. I don't know if we just didn't kill the main scout goose. I guess he went back and told the rest of them, hey, there's something up with this decoy spread over here, because the rest of the geese, they were kind of, I don't know, they wanted to work, but they didn't want to work. It was one of them deals, but I don't know, it's like a light switch turned off. As soon as we got the decoys moved around, the geese quit flying, and while we sitting there talking and all that, we turned around and looked, and way out there, you could see a little truck coming down the dirt road.
So we had a decent shoot, shot a few groups, and then all of a sudden, we look to our right again, coming down the road. No truck, but it looks kind of like the same truck as yesterday. Sure enough, game warden, sure enough, drives right through the field, right to the decoys.
Yeah, I guess they just following us around everywhere, from Arkansas to Mississippi, now out here in Texas.
And we're like, yeah, we're an hour away. Surely it can't be the same guy. He steps out. Same guy.
Oh, it is.
You literally cannot make this up. I don't know how or why this happens to us. Who gets checked by the same game warden 2 days in a row, out of state, at 2 spots an hour apart from each other?
He said you guys are all good.
We're in the clear. Said he's good with us. Good thing I bought my license 5 minutes ago.
Well, yeah, I don't know if one of us got an air tag in our pocket or what, but he's hot on our trail, following us around. He pulled up and said, shoot, I done checked y'all's guys yesterday. I said, yeah. I said, you still ain't found us any geese or ducks to hunt? He said, no, I ain't had no luck. But shoot, that game warden, he's a cool dude. He's just doing his job, and that's what they're there for.
They're still usually, I mean, they're flying still.
Yeah.
I've seen more today than I did yesterday. Yesterday was terrible. Doesn't really help. Doesn't really help with your with making a good channel, right?
Yeah. Oh well.
Hopefully you got good jokes.
We had a really good hunt Friday though.
Friday?
Really good hunt Friday. Got plenty of jokes on camera.
Yeah.
That's what we were joking about earlier. Past 3 or 4 weekends, we've been checked by a game warden.
Oh really?
And what is 3 different states?
Yeah.
Yep. Got a magnet on us.
That's it.
Got the air tag.
We're finally doing our job, man, guys.
Yep, we was laughing about it.
Yeah, you'll usually get hunters like, I haven't been checked in 10 years.
That's what my whole life up until this year.
Yeah.
This year's 4th time.
First game warden I ever met was my interview.
Yeah.
I never met a game warden my entire life hunting, so.
How long you been a game warden?
Going on 8 years now. I've been back. I'm from this area, so got back about a year and a half ago.
You got a lot of land to cover.
Yeah, especially when other game wardens are taking off and Christmas breaks. And it's like, hey, do you mind covering? It's on cover, but it's 4 different counties right now. So
4 counties around here. I'm gonna say it's a lot bigger than counties back home.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I figured I had to document it. I mean, it's funny. It's a story worth telling. Luckily, it was a cool game warden, and he had already checked us the day before. So he, after he realized it was us, he just went on his way. But man, it's just kind of one of them things. Like, probably will never happen again. Hopefully, not that we ever do anything wrong, but it's just kind of an inconvenience when we're trying to shoot birds and we got a truck driving through the spread,
Across the wheat field, we could see something running across, and David is like, that's cows running. I said, David, that ain't no cows. You need to get you a better pair of glasses. That's pretty cool to see. I ain't never had a group of antelope come into the goose spread before, but hey, I guess it gets wild out there in West Texas. Out here in Texas, you got the squirrely size Canadians, then you got the big Mike size Canadians. You'll kill them both out here.
Right? What's the average size? Okay.
And them are average size hands and mittens.
Really enjoyed this. These dry field hunts, it's been nice not walling around in mud like a pig. Shooting's been really good. I didn't have to go through a lot of shells, and we was knocking them down. I guess the game warden got a pin on those squirrelies. Arkansas boys must have dropped an air tag in my bag, and the game warden's been following me around all weekend.
You don't see a sunrise like that too often, and we soaked it in. That was probably the coolest part of the hunt, and the whole trip for me was seeing that Amarillo sunrise. And there's just something about a West Texas sunrise where there ain't no trees, there's nothing out there to block the sun coming up. It just comes up, and it shows you how big our God is and what He can do.
Well, we ended up wrapping everything up. It was time to head on back to Mississippi, and we had a fantastic time with Prairie Bomb Outfitters. There's some really good guys. They will put you on, and they'll do everything they can to put you on the birds. And I wouldn't want to go with anybody else. I highly recommend them. So if you ever want to go out there to West Texas, I highly recommend it. Get out there, get a hold of Vince, and go with Prairie Bomb Outfitters, and they'll put you on the cranes, and they'll put you on the geese too. Going out west, it's a fun trip. Especially when you have a group of guys like we got. They all like to have fun, cut up. We're all serious, but we like to cut up and have a really good time. I couldn't ask for a better group of friends to go out west with, and man, these trips, they go by way too quick. I look forward to going back out there with them. We have a really good time.
They saved a couple grains on there, a couple kernels. They'll be back. They'll be here.
Looks like lumber business is pretty good around here.
You're always picking up something. What is it?
I don't know. It looked gold though.
Old Harwell done shot his limit of woodies this morning, and it ain't even daylight here, so we're in 2 different worlds.
It's still dark and they're done back home.
Time for the cheer competition.
Yeah, he's had to go cheer them on. All right. We need to get him out there in a little tutu.
As you should know, our trips there's always something that goes wrong in it. I don't know if we just have bad luck, but Devin and CJ and Maddie, they struck out early that day driving back to Mississippi, and we were going to be all laid back and all that and fly back, all bougie and all. But well, we ride 45 minutes to an hour early to the airport. But come here and look at this crap. Our plane is over there. Our plane is over there, but yet here we are in a rental car packed to the brim, 5 guys. All because old dude wouldn't let us check in. Let's drive. Let's go.
9 hours.
See y'all in Memphis. Very bad.
Missed our flight. This is terrible. Now we gotta drive 9 hours to Memphis. Then I got to drive about 3.5 hours. So we'll probably be home sometime tomorrow.
Not my fault. We could have, you know, left at 2.
We'll be in Memphis at 2 in the morning. I guess we'll make it back.
We're all packed in here like sardines and all this stuff.
It's
Great.
Yeah.
I don't think too likely of American Airlines anymore.